Hi, welcome back to Rooted at Badger Rock's virtual workshop series. We have Forrest Smart here again today. I wanted to do a recipe with you all. Again, around middle of August. Again, tomatoes are coming out. A lot of our herbs are ready today. And I just wanted to do a really quick, easy recipe, but also one that I really like and I started liking maybe only a couple years ago, honestly. Tomatoes weren't always my favorite, but this one kind of helped me get into that a little bit more of like eating a fresher, raw tomato. So we'll be making a bruschetta or a bruschetta, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Kind of an Italian appetizer side dish that people like to make. I first tried this in restaurants, and that was where I really kind of liked it. And I've only made it a handful of times, but I'm just going to show you a quick and easy way to do it. There's a lot of variations you can kind of do it of how you prep it, and trying to infuse flavors a little bit longer. You can try to draw out more moisture from the tomatoes if you don't want such a watery kind of mixture. But we're just going to do a quick and easy one. Just again, something quick and easy. Just if you only want like 10 to 20 minutes, we can make this up really quick. So we're going to be having tomatoes. We got some fresh harvested cherry tomatoes from our garden here at Badger Rock, along with some Sun Gold, regular cherry tomatoes, and then I got out some of our Roma tomatoes as well. Try to get a little bit of extra flavor from the different types, different varieties. We also have some fresh basil from our garden today, some garlic, imported from somewhere else, not from our garden. But we do have garlic, it's just drying right now. And we're going to have some olive oil, some balsamic vinegar, salt and pepper, and then we're going to serve it on toasted baguette. So we'll get started. We're going to make the mixture right away. We're going to take all of our cherry tomatoes and our tomatoes. We're going to start chopping them up. Cherry tomatoes, I just do in half. Toss them to the bowl right here. And then with the Romas, I'll probably chop them up, dice them up a little smaller. But yeah, maybe about a pint's worth of cherry tomatoes. If you want to do like 2 pints worth, since I'm substituting some Romas in, you can do that as well. Again, I like having a little variety, a little different colors in there. So I got the red, I got the sun golden here. Should be good. Looking forward to it. And honestly, nowadays when I'm gardening or harvesting vegetables right now, I always love finding the cherry tomatoes and then finding some basil leaves and just having just a little snack. Kind of reminds me of almost like a bruschetta or bruschetta, or even like a caprese sandwich. It kind of reminds me of. Which that reminds me too, another component you can put on the bruschetta kind of at the end or on top. You can also put not a lot, but you can put cheese, usually mozzarella. You could put a burrata maybe, or if you just want to toast some like Parmesan cheese onto the bread as well, that's another good option. All right, so getting down, a couple more. I think I'll probably only do like 2 Romas with this. Don't need a whole lot of them. Can do that many for now. Save the rest for a little later. So I'll have these tomatoes, take out the core, and chop these up small pieces as well. And yeah, I was talking about how some people prepare this a little differently. So some people like to cut their tomatoes and they'll salt them, and then they'll actually just leave them to rest for maybe like an hour or two, and that'll help draw out a lot of the moisture, a lot of the water content. Just so you don't have like a really watery mixture that's going to make the bread really soggy. But again, this is just kind of a quick method. So just going to chop all these up right away. And we're just going to use it right away. But yeah, if I had an extra hour or two, yeah, I would like to maybe try that out. See how it'd be to draw out the moisture and then you let it drain. You drain out all the water after you let it sit for a while. So I'm just going to do 2 Romas here. Yeah. Or some people, they'll core out the seeds and a lot of the water parts of the middle of the tomato too. Try to get some of that water out. But no worries on my end. Right, so I'll take these into the mixture. All right, next, chop up a little garlic. I'm gonna mince up about 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, depending on how much you like garlic, how much intense flavor you want. So I'm just gonna go with 2 for today. 1 and 2. That little end out of there. Alright. And yeah, and then, like I said, we're gonna be toasting this on a baguette. You can use a French roll or just some regular toast, whatever kind of bread you have or you like to use. I got this French baguette. It's a little bit skinny though, so some of the pieces when I cut them are a little bit smaller. So I tried cutting them lengthwise as well, as you'll see when I'm putting this together. All right, so we got our garlic minced up. Toss that in our mixture. And we're gonna get some basil leaves. Let's get these a little julienne cut. Let's give it a quick rough chop too. Let's say maybe, I don't know, 10 to 15 leaves of basil, I'd say. Probably be a good, I'd say I'm using probably about 10 leaves right here. All right, sprinkle some of those in. A little bit more. Got some good color in here. Got the red, got the yellow, green, a little white from the garlic. And then we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Bring that in. 1, 2. Yeah. And then we're going to do about 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. This brand new bottle. So, yeah. Yeah, nice tangy, sweet flavor from the balsamic vinegar. All right, you got that. And I had a spoon. Oh, here it is. So here's our mixture. Again, we got our tomatoes, basil, garlic, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, and then we got to season it up a little bit. So we'll do maybe about a half a teaspoon of pepper. Again, just kind of seasoning to taste. Salt we'll do maybe the same, maybe a little less than a quarter teaspoon. We don't want to oversalt it right away, so we'll start off slow. Try that right there. So there we go, salt and pepper. Give that a good mix. Yeah, really smell that basil in there and that balsamic vinegar. Got a nice tangy, sweet smell to it. Yep. And then, so this is basically our mixture right here. I have read that some people like to cool it or store it in the fridge for a little bit just to kind of let the mixture cool down. From what I've heard too is that it's kind of a good mix between cold and hot, where we have a cold mixture of our tomatoes, basil, and everything, but then we have a nice toasted baguette or a piece of toast. So then it's kind of a nice contrast between a hot piece of toast and some cold fixings on top. So it just gives it a good contrast. And then also when you let this sit for a little while longer, then the flavors just get to kind of meld together for a little bit, adding more flavor profile to it. But like I said, we're trying to make this a nice, quick, easy snack. So we're just going to set this up right now. I toasted a few pieces of our baguette beforehand. So got our plate here. Again, I said that it was a pretty skinny one, so some of our pieces of toast are a little small. So I did do a big piece as well. Let's do 2 big pieces and 2 littles. And actually, I'm going to try this real quick, see if it needs any more salt or pepper. Yeah, maybe a tiny bit of salt, just to help a little bit. All right, one last mix. All right, I'm just going to spoon this on top. we go. Got these little pieces here, some little 2-bite size hors d'oeuvre style. All right. There's our mixture. And again, this could be added. You could add some cheese on top of it, some burrata, some mozzarella, or even just some Parmesan cheese on top if that's what you like. But yeah, this is the finished product. Again, took only maybe 10, 15 minutes plus toasting the bread. Get to use fresh ingredients, no cooking, no real stove cooking at all really required. But yeah, a beautiful, nice color arrangement. Might as well do a taste test while we're here. Mm. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I really love the warm crunchiness of the bread right now, and then the cooler tomatoes on top really gives that good contrast of heat and or cool and warm textures. But yeah, this has been a favorite of mine kind of lately. Again, just get to use fresh tomatoes and basil is probably one of my favorite combinations. So getting to put these together, and yeah, honestly, I haven't really liked balsamic vinegar for a long time, but trying this or like on a caprese sandwich really changed my attitude towards it, and I'm really happy because now I get to enjoy some really awesome flavors and combinations like this. But that's all we're gonna have for today for our recipe virtual workshop, and we will catch you again next time with another one. So until then.